The Officer Improvement Committee has selected the agency's Deputy of the Month for November 2025. That selectee is Sergeant Michael Mackay, and the award reads as follows. Deputies were dispatched to a location following a report concerning a man experiencing suicidal thoughts. Before their arrival, dispatch informed the responding deputies that while communicating with the individual via landline, he was threatening to commit suicide by cop and continued to express both homicidal and suicidal threats. Sergeant Michael Mackay took charge of the two initial responding deputies and guided them to the subject's trailer, establishing positions of cover. The deputies positioned themselves for a tactical advantage to engage the subject if necessary. Sergeant Mackay contacted the subject directly and conversed with him over the telephone. He was able to connect with the subject as a fellow veteran, which helped to calm him down and encourage him to exit his trailer peacefully. Thanks to Sergeant Mackay's intervention, both the subject and the deputies were spared from a potentially deadly confrontation, and the subject was able to receive the assistance he required. In acknowledgement of his exceptional service and communication skills, Sergeant Michael Mackay is awarded the Deputy of the Month for November. Signed, Rick Wells, Sheriff, Manatee County. The Officer Improvement Committee has selected the agency's Deputy of the Month for December 2025. That selectee is Detective Richard Snyder, and the award reads as follows. In November of 2024, Detective Richard Snyder was assigned a case concerning suspected cyberstalking and identity fraud. The initial investigation indicated that the suspect had been using exploitative images of his estranged wife to interact with strangers on fraudulent social media and dating platforms while impersonating her. During their first communication, the victim detailed that her estranged husband had perpetrated these offenses against her in a different county. He was convicted but had received a reduced sentence and was currently on probation in Manatee County. She further elaborated that she had been terrorized by her estranged husband and was aware of his recent online activities, which again involved committing the same crimes against her. After consulting with several law enforcement agencies, she felt that her case was not being taken seriously. Detective Snyder dedicated himself to this case, which extended across multiple counties in Florida and even into Canada. Through diligent effort and exceptional investigative skills, Detective Snyder successfully arrested and charged the suspect with 41 counts related to digital voyeurism and sexual cyber harassment. This arrest subsequently breached the suspect's probation, and he is anticipated to serve the remainder of his original sentence. Detective Snyder exceeded his usual responsibilities in his commitment to the victim when other investigative agencies neglected to address her case, ensuring she received the justice she rightfully deserved. In acknowledgement of his exceptional service and dedication, Detective Richard Snyder is awarded the Deputy of the Month for December. Signed, Rick Wells, Sheriff, Manatee County. The Officer Improvement Committee has selected the agency's Employee of the Month for December 2025. That employee is Case Manager Wanda Alejandre, and the award reads as follows. Case Manager Wanda Alejandre has been well acquainted with a particular subject during her tenure with the RAP unit. When a deputy reached out to her concerning him, she promptly responded and immediately began making phone calls to initiate a plan that would ensure that he would be removed from the streets and kept away from environments that might provoke his urge to consume alcohol. In 2024, this individual accepted services and collaborated with Wanda to enter the Hotbed program and subsequently transitioned into Veterans Village. Regrettably, he experienced a relapse and found himself back on the streets. Despite having dedicated countless hours to him previously, Wanda did not hesitate to step up and do everything within her power to support him. She provided him with clothing and other essential items. Additionally, she organized his appointments to facilitate a swift screening for an assisted living facility, allowing him to move into the home in under 48 hours. After his relocation, she checked on him several times and even intervened when a homeless man attempted to have him removed from the facility, falsely claiming to be his caretaker. It was later discovered that this individual had been receiving his disability checks for several months. Due to his move into the facility, considerable time and numerous appointments were required, and Wanda spent hours on the phone with the Social Security Administration to resolve his financial matters. In acknowledgement of her compassion and service, Resource Assistance Case Manager Wanda Alejandre is awarded the Employee of the Month for December. Signed, Rick Wells, Sheriff, Manatee County.
First, we're going to start with Sergeant Rick McLean. Sergeant Rick, he started with the Manatee County Sheriff's Office as a deputy August 25th of 1997. On August 29th of 2000, he was promoted to second class deputy. October 8th of 2002, promoted to first class deputy. July 24th of 2007, Rick was promoted to sergeant. And on December 31st of 2025, will retire with 28 years of service. Rick has been on the front desk with our TRU deputies for quite some time now, mentoring them, helping them succeed as well and get to a place where they want to be. Deputies on the road doing the job, serving our community, and we celebrate this retirement with you, Rick. Come on up. This next man I know has fixed every single vehicle being operated at the Manatee County Sheriff's Office. Every single one of you have been to Fleet to have him work on something that has broken down because we don't know how to take care of our stuff. So Brian Nipkowski has been with the Manatee County Sheriff's Office for 31 years. On March 10th of 1994, he was appointed as a fleet maintenance mechanic. On September 28th of 2008, promoted to mechanic second class. October 10th of 2010, promoted to mechanic first class. And September 8th of 2013, he got a lot of duties. He was appointed to special teams on the H&T team. And December 27th of this year will retire with 31 years of service. Come on, Brian. Yvonne Guard has been more than just the sheriff's executive assistant. She's been a very big part of my life for almost 10 years. Yvonne went through the highs and the lows with me each and every day. She took care of every single complaint that came into my office. She helped people. She made sure that they were directed to the right spot. You name it, she's done it. She's a true friend. I love her very much. I'm so happy that she is retiring, but I'm just sad to lose her because it's just I don't know how to act sometimes without seeing her, and I need a lot of help. And she was able to keep me on the down low, kept me focused, make sure I didn't get too angry. She took care of things that she didn't have to take care of. She started on August 9th of 1994 when she was appointed as an office assistant to District 3. February 22nd of 2005, she transferred to Bureau Secretary over the Enforcement Bureau. June 2nd of 2008, she was appointed to Special Teams Emergency Services. March 6th of 2016, promoted to the Sheriff's Executive Assistant. And on January 9th of 2026, she will retire with 31 years of service. Yvonne, we love you very much. We miss you. We wish you the best, you and Joe. Please, this comes from Casella. Please take it easy on Joe. He's worried. God bless you. Come on up, baby.
So I told the sheriff, I'm going to take everybody's time. For all you that don't talk, I'm going to take your time up, and I hope I can get through it. So I started with this agency in '94, and District 3 at that time was around the corner here by the subway station. It was on the corner, and that's where I started. And I started with Captain Brad Stubbe. He was my first captain, and I had 5 captains over 10 years. My kids, Brandon and Brittany, they grew up in that district. When there was no school or early out, they would come in and they would put together FTO books and GO books. Because back then, the recruits actually had to come into the squad room and read out loud the general orders. And it was excruciating for them. But thankfully, we don't do that anymore. But I learned very quickly. I knew nothing about government. I knew nothing about chain of command. This was all new to me. I learned very quickly how difficult a deputy's job was. They would come in and they would talk about their call or calls from the past, and I just think how hard it is now, 30 years later. So I knew that my job was to make sure that they had everything they needed to do their job and to make sure they had a clean and organized office to come to. That was the most important thing for me. And I've kept that up through my entire career. I wanted to make sure that the people I worked with, worked for, had what they needed, and I tried to make it easier for them because I know how difficult it is. This job is not easy. Through this job, my career here, I've had the opportunity to work for some really great events. Flight to North Pole was one. I started 1 year with Flight to North Pole before 9/11. And that's when it was at the airport and the kids would actually get on the plane, ride on the tarmac, and then would be announced, oh, there's too much snow at the North Pole, so we have to go back to the airport. So then it went to the fire department. Flight to North Pole became a family affair for us. Joe and Brittany and I would go shopping on Thanksgiving night and Black Friday and face those crowds, and it was pretty rough back then when you were shopping. And then Sandra Dickerman and I, we would finish up with one entire day at Walmart, and we would fill easy 20 carts, and people would think we were employees. They kept coming and asking us questions because we had our checklist, because we had that many toys to buy. And the day, everyone, all my kids and everybody helped at the car shows. And then the day of the event, Joe, Jordan, and Brandon, they would drive the golf carts, getting the families from the parking lot to the fire department. And then Joe, who started as an elf, got promoted to Santa, was in a Santa room. My mom and Joe's mom either came and helped decorated or helped serve food. And Brittany was in my Santa room, kept me organized, helped serve food, and whatever else I asked her to do. Shopping for 100 and sometimes 300 kids is a lot of work, but it is so worth it to see those kids come and see the fire station, who had then been turned into a winter wonderland with activities to do like ride a horse, slide on a snow slide, hammer craft with Home Depot, and watch the helicopter come in with Santa, knowing that their visit was next. Another event I became involved with for probably over 25 years is the Michelle Wells Golf Tournament. This tournament has benefited the Sheriff's Youth Ranches for over 40 years and raised over $830,000. But just as important, it memorializes the life of Sheriff Charlie Wells' daughter, Sheriff Rick Wells' sister, Michelle, and it's been a privilege to be a part of honoring her. I've worked with some amazing people and made a lot of friends, and I will miss you all, and I thank you for all of your assistance. I do want to thank a few people, my family, for their love and support. When I asked them to volunteer for an event, I have dragged Joe all over the place, and he's always come and helped me out. Dwayne and Cindy Dennison, they couldn't be here today, but we've met them through Holly and Gary Cumbing, and we've become great friends, and we travel, and we're looking forward to more adventures with them. Management team, I want to thank you for your camaraderie, making me feel like I was an important part of the team, and you are the best of the best. Jill, Joy, Sharon, Charla, Sandra, Cindy, you've always been there for me. You've been great friends and co-workers. You were always there when I needed you. Colonel Pat Casella, Major Stan Schaefer, for making me laugh when we had hard days up in our area. I could always count on you for that. And then there was Randy, Eric, Hunter, Brian, Tony, and Todd Shear. Even when the sheriff was busy, you would sit down across from my desk and we would talk. You spent the time with me. We talked about family. We talked about vacations, things like that. B.G. Dixon. B.G. has been my longest friend at this agency for over 30 years. He and I have gotten into some trouble together, and every morning I go down to his office for 5 to 10 minutes and we talk about this or that or what's going on in the day. And if I miss a morning, he's calling me, where are you at? And if I have to call him back, he always answers, Bob's Bargain Barn or Bob's Mortuary. And I'm really going to miss his gun shows. If you haven't seen his gun show, you have to ask him about it. Kathy Bird. Kathy Bird. Kathy and I never really worked together over the phone when she would call me from IA. But when she was selected to come upstairs, to work with me, we clicked right away. We talk about our family, we talk about work, we talk about what's going on, and she's a lot like me. She's very dedicated, she's hardworking, and she's loyal. And because of her, I feel like I can retire and know that the sheriff's taken care of. Otherwise, I wouldn't leave. I just would not leave. So thank you to Kathy. And Sheriff Wells, you gave me a shot when Cynthia retired, and I'm forever grateful. You are the best sheriff in the state of Florida, if not the country. When we go to the many events and luncheons, Sheriff always talks about us, the employees, how important we are, how dedicated we are, how hardworking we are, and how proud he is to be our sheriff. But I want the sheriff to know, but we as employees are proud of you. You fight for us every year to get us what we need and deserve from the county. You truly care for this agency, the employees, and the community. You've initiated programs to help the less fortunate in our community. I want to also thank Lupita, the sheriff's wife, for her love and support. It's been a joy to work with her and spend time with your family. Sheriff, I am very honored to have the privilege to work for you. I've enjoyed every minute of it, and it's truly been the best part of my career. I want to thank you all. I'll miss you all, and I wish you all the very best. Thank you.
We appreciate you being here, Yvonne. We love you so much. Thank you for all of your dedication to this agency throughout the years. All of you, thank you. Congratulations. Stick around, take some pictures with your loved ones. We're going to call it a day, or call it a minute anyway. I got a lot of work to do. So God bless each and every one of y'all. We'll see you next month.